wanted to ask you about a New York Times report long ago in 1927 that your grandfather, Donald Trump's father, Fred Trump, was arrested at a Ku Klux Klan riot in Queens, New York. The article is subtitled "Klan Assails Policemen." It reports that 1,000 Klansmen and 100 policemen staged a free-for-all battle. It lists Fred Trump with his address as one of 7 men who were arrested and arraigned for the assault. Charges against him were dropped. New York Police Commissioner Warren is quoted in the article saying the Klan not only wore gowns but had hoods over their faces, almost completely hiding their identity. The report was found and published in 2015 by the website Boing Boing. In a New York Times interview about the discovery, your uncle, Donald Trump, said, "I saw that it was one little website that said it. It never happened. They said there were no charges, no nothing. It's unfair to mention it, to be honest, because there were no charges. They said there were charges against other people, but there were absolutely no charges. Totally false," he said. But we're going back to that 2017 report in the New York Times. Do you know about this, Mary Trump? Did you hear about it as you were growing up?
No, I didn't. Although, my family wasn't great at telling stories. But unlike Donald, I don't doubt the validity of the report. It would be kind of a random thing to make up 60 years ago or 80 years ago, whatever it was. The only thing that surprises me, because, my family was quite anti-Semitic, along with other things. So the only thing that surprises me is that my grandfather would take time away from his business to go to anything, honestly. But it wouldn't surprise me that he shared the sentiments.
You say that Donald Trump and your family were anti-Semitic and were racist. Can you give us examples, particularly of President Trump, as you knew him growing up?
Yeah, I can't, because it was just the way it was, honestly. It was sort of the background. The terms were thrown about rather casually. And, I don't want to suggest that there was this sense of virulence in the household, but, it was just language that was used, and it was a given. So I can't think of any specific examples. I mean, if I could, that would suggest that it didn't happen very often,
Did you ever hear Donald Trump, your uncle, use the N-word?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I know that sounds awful to put it that way, but when you live in a family, and you're a kid, it's not that I didn't know it was wrong. I did, because I lived a very different kind of experience growing up. I lived in Jamaica, Queens, which was, lower class, working class, and predominantly African American. I went to a school that was predominantly Jewish. So I didn't understand the animus, but it wasn't shocking because it's just the way it was. This is how adults in my orbit spoke and behaved. And now, of course, I learned a long time ago that it wasn't just something I disagreed with, but it was deeply wrong. But I guess I say it the way I say it is just to underscore how casual and accepted it was.